I'm not gonna really mark stomach 1 because that'll get too close to his eye, but this is where, right now I'm feeling the infraorbital ridge, and I'm just above it. So if I were to actually needle this point, I would feel the infraorbital ridge and needle slightly downward this way. I would also, have the patient look up and sort of like pull his pupil upward while I needle down this way. Okay. Okay. You okay? Okay. So that is stomach 1. The Cheng Chi, container of tears. Okay, stomach 2 is going to be Su Bai, the 4 whites. So I start at the pupil. Okay. Maybe you can open your eyes and look forward. Okay. Just look straight forward.
Come here this side.
Okay, so this is the pupil line right here, right? So I would go 1 cun down from the pupil into the infraorbital foramen right here. Okay. I can kind of feel that right there. So let's see. Okay. So intraorbital foramen here. Okay. And then okay. Stomach 3 is the Juliao, the great crevice. So I follow that same pupillary line going down, and I will fall into this depression right here. And it's roughly level with the lower border of the LNASI. As you can see, it's not in the nasolabial groove right here. It's lateral to it, okay? About here. Level with the lower border of the LNASI on the pupillary line. Okay? So that's stomach 3, Juliao. Stomach 4 is going to be Ditong, or the earth granary. You can try to follow the pupillary line, and that'll work for him. Okay, if I follow it down, I can stay in the nasolabial groove, just about half a cun lateral to the corner of his mouth right here. And that will be stomach 4 right here. And they do kind of line up nicely. Okay, that's stomach 4. Okay. Okay, stomach 5. Okay. This is the point that is level with the angle of the mandible, the lower angle of the jaw right here. So right now I'm feeling the angle of the mandible here. And this point is anterior to the masseter muscle. So masseter muscle is coming down diagonally this way. Okay. So what I'm going to have Song do is clench his teeth hard, okay? And I can start off at the bulge of the masseter muscle and just go forward until I fall off the muscle right here. And then I stay level with the angle of the mandible here. So this is where I would locate my stomach 5. Yeah, good. If I can make it stick right there. Okay, so angle of the mandible anterior to the masseter muscle, so right here. Okay. The next is stomach 6, the jiaqie, the jawbone. Okay. So what I'm gonna have him do is this is the point where the location description says it's 1 finger breadth anterior superior to the angle of the mandible, yeah. But the easier way to find this point is just to have the patient clench their jaw, so you can clench your jaw again. Find the bulge of the masseter muscle, the most prominent point, and then just find the point there. Okay. This is about 1 finger breadth anterior and superior to the angle of the mandible on the bulge of the prominence of the masseter muscle. Okay. Can you clench again? Okay, yeah, right here. Okay. All right. Then we get to stomach 7. This is Shaguan, the below the joint. So this is the one that is below the zygomatic process. Zygomatic arch, in front of the condyloid process of the mandible. So if you wanted to, you can feel the maxilla, the cheekbone here. and then follow it back. Then you start getting into the zygomatic arch. So you can stay on the lower border of the zygomatic arch until you stop here. This is one way to find the point. You're stopping because you can't go further back. This is the condyloid process of the mandible here. Okay. But another way is to have the patient open their jaw, okay, and you try to feel for the condyloid process, the bone right here, and then close again. And then my finger will fall forward into this depression, and this would be where Shaguan is located. Okay. Thanks. So right about there, below the joint. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Stomach 8 is the tollway. Okay, the head's binding. Okay, so this is, okay, there are different ways of locating this point. I'm going to use, I guess, the second way. Okay, I'm going to have you open your eyes. Okay, so you find the pupillary line, you trace this up. Okay, up, and this is the midline. So this distance is 1/3 of the way out to where we need to be. Again, like I mentioned, the problem with finding this on a human head is that the human head is curved. It's not like you can just take 1/3 and then just go 2/3, 3/3 like this. You have to find it on a curved surface. So this is 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3, which is pretty far out here. Okay, so this is where the corner. This is the distance out, and then I want to go half a sun into the anterior hairline, so it would be about here. Okay. This is the corner of his forehead right here. Okay. Usually when you first locate it, or when you first try to locate this point, most people find it locate the point too far medially. The corner of the forehead is actually pretty far out, like 4.5 cm out. Okay. So it would be about here. I mean, I'm not, well, okay, right about here. Okay. So the other way that the Deadman described was to find this vertical hairline right here and go half a cm back, and then that will give you your X value, I guess. And then for the Y value, you go half a cm into the anterior hairline and then stay at that level. So either way will bring you to this corner of the hairline right here. Okay. But this point can be kind of tricky just because, again, you're working on a curved surface. You're trying to find a 4.5 cm out, which is a kind of a large distance out. Okay. All right. Stomach 9, the Renying. Okay. No. Okay. This is the point that's on the neck. So just like when we found large intestine 18, we have to find the laryngeal prominence. So I start off, below the chin here, and then I slide my finger down until I feel for the most prominent point. This is his Adam's apple, his laryngeal prominence. Okay. The point location description says 1.5 cm lateral. So if you needed to, you could measure it out. But usually, all you have to do is slide your finger out, and you're gonna feel yourself run into the anterior border of the SCM muscle. You can see this is his sternocleidomastoid muscle coming down here. And as long as you stay immediately in front of that muscle, level with the laryngeal prominence. Sorry, you're on stomach 9. So laryngeal. Sorry. Let me see if I might have shifted up a little bit. Yeah. So laryngeal prominence, anterior border of the SCM muscle. Okay. That will be stomach 9 right here. So the channel kind of makes a J. It starts over here and it goes like a J on the jawbone, and then it goes all the way up here, and then it jumps down through the neck. Okay. All right.